7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The season. The season.
Season.
For everything, there is a season. Cycles turn like wheels. Reasons shift back to results, and results shift back to reason. The tides ebb and they flow. Nature displays the above, also below. Some things are learned, young man. Yes, some things can be inherited. Also know that some things are simply inherent. Tools used to unearth have also been used to bury. Weeping has endured long enough. Now awake to your shining glory. Full awareness, not just in this or in that, but a discernment of the gradient. As many as are led, they are. You see it in their radiance. Those who drink from the fountain of life will never again thirst. The cycles of destiny have brought us here, and now the last shall be first. And now the last shall be first.
First.
And now the last shall be first.
First.
The season. This is the season. This is the season.
Season.
This is the season.
Yes.
That's right.
That's
That's
right.
right.
Bring that energy. Bring
That's
that
right. That's right. That's right. That's right.
The season.
The season.
Bring that energy.
Y'all. That was good, sis. That was good. That was
Manifestation.
fine.
Thank you, sis.
That was fine.
Hey, y'all.
That
Thank
was
you for
fine.
tuning
Happy
in.
Saturday.
Happy Saturday. It's a good day. It's a good day.
Hey,
it's a
it's
good
sunny.
day. Hey,
It's
a good
sunny.
day.
It
It's a
ain't
good
cold.
day.
It's
a
not
good
cold.
day. The
It's
sun's
sun.
shining. Everything is all right.
Yeah.
We got a new president,
Yeah.
a new vice president.
Hey, yeah. Move
I
promises.
got my chucks in my purse. Got my chucks in my
New
purse. What's up?
promises. New promises. Let's see. New promises. Let's see. Let's see. Happy Saturday, everybody.
Happy Saturday, y'all.
Happy Saturday.
Welcome
Saturday.
to another edition of Poetic Levitation.
That's right. That's right.
Poetic Levitation,
La, la,
where
la,
we
la, la,
use
la, la, la.
poetry
Poetry.
and conversation
Sensation.
to take you higher.
Higher. That's right. Higher.
That's right.
That's right.
We live to inspire.
Yes, we do. That's right.
Let's get it.
Let's get it. What kind of week have you had, my beautiful, beautiful, matchless co-host over here, Teresa? Teresa is in the house. Miss Barnett.
Yes. I've had an inspiring week. Yes, inspiring week. I've we had a training together, of course. We did a little training. That was really empowering. I mean,
Super
more
duper.
learning, of course. I'm always
Lord.
learning. So
It don't stop.
I had a
The learning don't stop.
more and more and more and more and more of my learnings and
Yes.
growing. That's what I've
Mhm.
had, and it's I'm shifting and I'm transforming.
Yeah,
and
they've created some
and
monsters.
I mean,
over
yes, they
there.
have. I'm so excited for
In the best
more
way.
and more to come.
Yeah.
That I can just put it that way and simplify it. I'm just excited for more and more to come. It's just lift me up and lift me into my power and my existence of myself, who I already knew who I was.
Amen.
I am.
Amen.
I am who I
Amen,
am.
amen,
of
amen.
course, that part.
Amen, amen, amen.
So I've, definitely back into self-love, of course, which is very important. So
Always.
back into my self-love mode and resting, making sure I get some rest.
Muy importante.
Muy
Sí.
importante.
Sí, muy
Sí, muy
importante.
importante.
Sí, sí, sí.
Muy bien. How about you, sis? How was your week?
Sister, you've been on my mind.
That's right.
Sister, we're two of a kind.
Yes. Money man.
Well, of course, we just finished the same training. Like, we
Yes.
never stop learning. Like, I think we'll probably be
growing together.
always.
We always growing together. It's
From the
crazy.
beginning, man.
It's crazy.
Since college.
It's
So
crazy.
we both did the Money Maximizer training. I posted it on my page.
Oh, okay.
And mind blown. Okay. I did not realize I would be learning everything that I learned, but I'm so glad that I made that investment in myself.
Yeah.
Always.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
I mean,
Oh,
you
That's the
always
best
have to
investment.
grow. You absolutely have to grow.
OMG. Like, seriously. Like, oh my God. Like,
Always
it's
invest
like
in yourself.
I'm noticing, like, because I used to be the gleaner. I call myself the gleaner, right? Because I'm the one. I go to I go get all the free stuff, right? All the free seminars,
Yes.
all the free webinars,
Yes.
all the free courses,
Yes, but you're learning.
all the free, like,
And
gimme,
you're
gimme.
Yes.
I just suck
Yes.
up all the value that I can
Absolutely.
get for free.
Absolutely.
But, when I stepped over that threshold, so to speak, and put some dollars down, put what they say, put your
What
money
you're
where
worth.
your mouth
Okay.
is.
What you
Ooh.
worth. And
When I
also
put
what
my
you
money
worth.
where my mouth was,
And what you
boom,
worth.
all that free stuff I got.
Hmm.
I got a lot, okay, because this is years and years and years I've been gleaning, right? The first time I put a substantial amount of money down to invest in myself, the value that I got out of that outweighs all of that free stuff I done got over the years. Like,
Absolutely.
I'm like, damn, I should have been did this.
You gotta
See, we
invest
didn't
in
know
yourself.
though. You didn't know.
Ooh.
Gotta
You
pay.
know what you know
But
that you know.
no
what you know.
regrets, because all that free stuff
Led you
got
to
me
this.
to that, so I can finally go ahead and invest in myself.
Exactly.
Everything is a stepping stone.
Exactly.
So it was all a stepping stone.
Exactly.
I'm so freaking grateful though. But
Me
that's where I
too.
am.
Me
Like,
too.
I'm about to
Blow
beast
the fudge
mode. Beast mode. Okay.
Blow
I'm
the
talking about we
fudge
learned.
up.
What did we learn? We learned
Oh my God.
some marketing secrets. We learned sales.
Ninja.
We learned closing. And I know a lot of people think that that's all one and the same thing. No, it's not. Those are three separate things. Marketing, sales, and closing. I have a completely different point of view
In
as
the
far
whole
as
aspect of it.
sales. You know, most people don't like sales, and
I did not.
I didn't at first either. I love it now. Because I have a new, like, a whole new perspective on it now. Like,
Absolutely.
it's nothing of what I thought it was. Like, and we'll get into that
fun.
more later. But yeah, now it's
fun.
fun. You know, it's just
It's fun. You know.
understanding. Seek. What does that word say? With all thy gettings, get an understanding. A lot of things that we are against, or we think that we are against, is because we don't understand. We don't have an
We don't take the time to
understanding
understand it. You
of
don't
what
take
it.
the
And
time.
that's what you don't know. What you don't know.
Exactly.
Now I know.
When you know what you know, that
Watch
you don't know
out.
what you know. It's very
Ayy.
powerful.
It's super
when
powerful,
you
man.
are in that momentum.
But enough about me.
enough about me too.
Enough about
we
us.
have the son of
What's
Lord in
up,
here.
Son of light.
Oh,
Hi.
Oh, really? Oh, hey, ladies.
You know I got to mess with y'all. You know what I'm saying?
He was waiting for us to
Oh
start
man,
talking,
this
like,
is what we do. You
Chit
know,
chat,
we
chit chat.
we have to cut up, and
Yes.
break the ice and have a good time. Enjoy the moments. And
Yes, how was your week? Have you
empower
been?
My week was relaxing.
Good.
Like I relax, so I work a lot on the weekends.
Mm-hmm.
So I do the body of work on the weekends a lot.
Okay.
So it's through the weeks I try to just do my administrative stuff.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Rest the body, and then be right back at it again.
Absolutely.
Like 7 o'clock this morning.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That was very powerful.
Energy
I've never,
session this morning?
I never did that before. So,
Early in the morning?
yeah, we was at it at exactly 7
Okay.
before the sun came up.
Oh,
Right.
good stuff.
Like when I finished, the sun was up. And, like that was one of the craziest sessions I ever felt.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know what I'm
Right,
saying?
because
Yeah.
What made this one different?
Well, because they got everything. They got full hypnosis.
Okay.
They got once they was out, they was asleep.
Oh, yeah. That's
So-
when you can really.
Yeah, because what I did, I actually pulled up a chair. You know how the office sit. So I actually pulled up that brown chair while she
Okay.
was on the table.
And just
Took
let
her
the
through
energy flow.
Yeah, took her
Yeah.
through a whole full-blown hypnosis. And then,
So she was nice and
Oh,
relaxed.
it was over with.
Deep relaxation.
yeah.
Yeah, that's the good
It's a
stuff.
barber. She floating around there on her little feet right now at work. Called me earlier. So I just want to call you and tell you thank you. So.
Yeah.
But my week was great,
That's
Always
good. I
do-
mean, the body of work that you do is very, very enticing,
Powerful.
and very powerful it is. So, absolutely, after doing the work that you do, you would need some rest. I mean, because you're drawing energy,
Through
and
you.
different energy
Yeah.
through people and, releasing all what they're holding. And,
Oh,
that's some very powerful shit there.
It's
You know what I
crazy
mean?
to see some
Yeah,
of this
and you
stuff.
can actually, feel the shit happening out of you. It's kind of crazy. So I mean, that's some powerful stuff.
Yeah,
so I
you gotta-
mean,
you
after
gotta always
doing that,
relax.
you will have to relax so that you can, charge yourself up because you're not even sure what you're dealing with.
Well,
You know what
I get a lot of
What you're doing.
downloads during the week, so
I
Right.
bet. Wow, that's some
it's gonna be.
interesting.
I guess right now you can say just rest right now because sometimes like with
Gotta rest,
all the stuff that's gonna happen, you can see it ahead of time. It's just gonna go down. So
Absolutely.
you take your time and enjoy life, enjoy the moments. I say.
Anybody have any questions or if you guys want to know about the energy work or whatnot, for Mr. Eric, the son of light here, you can call us in here. Honestly,
I gotta share something.
okay.
Go- no, go ahead.
470-412-0917. If you guys want to give us a call to absolutely talk to us about anything. Again, the number is 470-412-0917. Yes, contact us.
470-412-0917. Yeah, 470-412-0917. Call us now.
Call us now.
So check this out. I was when I was talking about me being a gleaner and gleaning, right? Google was eavesdropping. Apparently, Google was eavesdropping
Always.
because I
Right.
pick up my phone and it says, and I quote, "Gleaning is an ancient practice that allows the collection of unharvested crops for distribution to needy populations
That's right.
and was once recognized as a legal right for the poor in other countries. The practice continues today, and given the increasing attention focused on food waste, the movement is growing."
Wow.
It's a real thing.
So you
Gleaning.
are what you
That's
are.
what Ruth did in the fields before she met Boaz. That's how she met Boaz. She was going out and gleaning because, did I say the right name? I might have said the wrong name. Was it? Because Naomi is the mama, right?
I think it was.
And Ruth was the one. Wait, y'all correct me if I'm wrong. Leave us a
Call us in.
leave a
and correct,
comment or
it's
call
okay.
in. Let's talk about
yeah,
it.
okay.
Leave a comment or call in. Let's
Let's
talk
get to
about it. Get to it.
yeah.
Yes, sir. But yeah, Google was eavesdropping, heard me talking
It was
about
good that-
gleaning.
it was good
That's
that you did
good,
that.
though.
That was.
An ancient practice that allows the collection of unharvested crops for distribution to needy populations. Once recognized as a legal right for the poor in other countries, the practice continues today and given the increase. So, Boaz purposely left a little extra out so she could collect it. And if you're familiar with the story in the Bible, he purposely, once he saw what she was doing, he was like, okay, let me leave a little extra, make sure she get what she need. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's what I used to do. I would glean, give me all the free stuff, and then when I, came into the knowledge that I was in, and I was presented with that next offer, it was a no-brainer because I could see the value from all the value that I had collected before. I saw the value, and I was like, you know what? I'm about to put my money where my mouth is, because I know I'm about to get. If I got all that value for free, what am I about to get at putting my money down?
And the result is now.
And the result
is
hello.
Now.
So
where we are now is the result.
Title of today's show: Secrets of Manifesting.
Secrets of Manifesting.
We're gonna talk about it, right?
Manifesting.
Listen, we are always. You are never not manifesting something.
Yeah, you always manifesting something.
You are always manifesting something.
Whether good or bad.
Good or bad.
Exactly.
Your
Right?
conscious thoughts are always going.
It
Back and
starts
forth,
with your
running
thoughts.
500 miles a day.
Well, the mind is, we know the mind is everything. You see what I'm saying? If your mind ain't in the right place, it will be all over the place.
Yeah.
Talk about it. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So there was this little seed, right? This little seed wanted nothing more than to be planted and supported and to grow into the fullness of everything that it was meant to be. And one day that seed got part of his wish. So the farmer came by, grabbed a handful of seeds, and he was in that bunch. He was like, yeah, I'm getting planted. Yes, plant me. So this farmer tilled the soil, got it all ready, planted the seed. Seed like, oh, yeah, I'm Gucci. I'm good. I done been planting. Now I can just, do what I do naturally. But somehow the seed came into the realization that all seeds that are planted don't germinate. All seeds that are planted don't sprout. And it was faced with a dilemma like, how do I make sure that I grow and come into the fullness of all that I am? I've been planted, but apparently all seeds that are planted don't grow. So what do I do? So, me and my grandma used to have a garden in the backyard, right? So we had lettuce, tomatoes, cucumber. We had other things too, but those were my favorite three, because we would, when it was fresh and ripe, we could go out there, pick our, head of lettuce, get some tomatoes, some cucumbers, and had that fresh salad. How many people have ever had a fresh salad straight from the garden? Okay. How many people want to have that? Hello.
Okay.
Let me tell you, it's good. If you ain't had it, you missing out.
Okay.
But so what happened was, me and Grandma went on a trip. She used to take us to like Wisconsin Dells. I grew up in Chicago. She used to take us to either Wisconsin Dells or the Indiana Sand Dunes. I don't remember which one it was that year. It's my memory's kind of jumbled. But anyway, we went on a trip, and when we came back, I'm looking forward to this salad. We about to make this fresh salad out the garden, tear it up. We get in the backyard. I was only 8 at the time, mind you. We get in the backyard, and it's not a good scene. Like, the the lettuces are like dying, wilting. The tomatoes not looking good, and the cucumbers just, it's not good. So my little 8-year-old mind, I'm all disappointed, because that was like the banger to finish off the trip. We back home now. Me and Grandma gonna share, this fresh salad, and everything was all messed up in the back. And Grandma was like, "Don't worry about it, baby. Don't worry about it." But I'm disappointed. But anyway, disappointed in a mug. But I want to talk about manifesting today. The secrets of manifesting, right? What is manifesting?
Your thoughts?
Manifesting is bringing something tangible into your life, or making what you want to feel and experience in your life a reality. So that's been like a buzzword lately. Everybody talking about manifest. Manifest this, manifest this. Manifestation.
Manifestation party.
Manifest that new man.
Vision party.
Make your vision board. Say your affirmations.
All that.
All that good stuff, right?
Let's talk about it.
That
Let's
part.
talk about it. So I broke down what manifestation is to me, right? there's an action component, right? A lot of people think you can do some little woo-woo stuff on the side, like, ooh, I'm gonna manifest this and it's gonna happen and I'm gonna just say these words and whatever, you know. But how many people actually manifest what they want? And so a lot of us are manifesting some stuff we want, right? You
A lot of us are.
some
When
stuff
you were
not
there.
good, some stuff is good, right? It can be a mixed bag sometimes. But for me, I broke it down into 5 components, right? The decision, the obstacle, because you know they coming, the learning, whatever it is you need to learn, and then the execution, and then completion. Those are, for me, I had to break it down for myself. For me, those are the 5 components to manifestation. Well, the decision, a lot of us don't manifest because we never make the initial decision, right?
To go do it.
And no decision is still a decision of no.
So where does the decision come from?
The decision comes in choosing something.
Okay.
We all have choices, right?
Right.
And sometimes we get stuck because we don't know what we want. Ladies, y'all hear me? Y'all with me?
That's why I asked you
Fellas?
again. Where does the decision come
Where
from?
does the decision come from?
Yeah.
A thought in your mind.
They thought.
Right. Is it a passion though,
Mm.
or is it just something that you just reaching to grab for at the moment?
You have to feel it. You have to know it. You know. You have to have
Because a lot of times why we
emotion to
don't
it.
get those things because you use the word decision.
Mm-hmm.
We don't really make a decision because we just lust after things.
Mm.
Because today I want this, tomorrow I want that.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I said, where does the decision come from? Does it come from a passion, or does it come from
a
a
thought.
you know what I'm saying, or just a lust and thought because you see somebody else with it?
Motivation. What's your motivation?
You see what I'm saying? So
Uh-huh.
when it gets deep with the decision,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yes,
it's when it's
sir.
inside of you, right?
It's
I made a
inside of
decision
you.
to want to do spiritual work.
Mm-hmm.
It's a passion.
Yes.
That's a calling, right?
Mm-hmm.
Once you start to make that decision, then doors open.
Right. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So, but we're not gonna jump too
Yes.
far. We're just gonna go with the decision first, because we're gonna go down your
We're
list.
gonna go down the
You know what
list,
I'm
but
saying?
and also you make a very great point that leads me into my next point, because sometimes we get stuck in that decision, either because our motivation is not
It's not there or high
there,
enough. Yeah.
right? Or high enough, or we're not that passionate or hungry for it,
Right.
and then or we just don't know.
What makes
But
you feel
but
good?
even even in that moment when you I'm gonna come back to you.
Let's get it.
A
Let's
lot
get
of
it.
things. I had a whole list.
Ah,
But
man,
anyway.
go ahead, man. Go ahead. Oh, Lord. Not today, wait, ladies. Not today.
You better
But,
cut it
but we gonna do it anyway.
we
though.
gonna
Let's
be
get
we
it.
gonna behave. We gonna
Yeah,
be
yeah, yeah. No, we not.
maybe
no,
not.
No,
No, we not. No, we not.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
There's a lot of stuff going on, y'all.
Yeah, yeah.
But
a lot of energy. Yeah, it's a lot of high.
all up in the building.
right. So when we don't know what we want, sometimes you just have to choose something
Yeah.
to keep from being stagnant, right?
Anything.
Just to move forward, because in moving forward, you can figure out whether you want it or you don't want it.
Absolutely.
So
Take a
we
step.
have to live, right? We have to live. We can't be
Take
stuck
that
up here,
step. Take
right?
that step.
So we take that next step. We decide, okay, this is what I want. Doors open, but what else happens? Obstacles suddenly appear. Why does that happen? Because it didn't
Something good
concern
is
you before
coming.
you made the decision, so that obstacle wasn't an obstacle before you made the decision.
Something big is
Obstacles
coming.
are just the evidence that a decision has been made. Like, okay, how do I get past this obstacle, right? And so that brings about the next step, the learning. Because if you're not gonna let this obstacle stop you, right? Because
Right.
if you let it stop you, you're not manifesting what you want.
you
You're
want,
you're
exactly.
stopping.
Well, we know the obstacle is there for us to know that you're on the right track.
You on the right track. Yes. So you can't let the obstacle stop you.
And that's why it
Sometimes,
comes.
and this a little segue. I'm not gonna spend too much time on it, but sometimes the obstacle is, and we know, all of us know as coaches, a lot of times that obstacle is some negative from your past.
From your past, those freaking negative thoughts.
Negative thoughts, triggers, self-doubt, limiting beliefs that we done picked up in
So
childhood.
you're going right
in
back
that
to the
box.
mind again.
You're going back in that box.
It's all about the mind. It's all about the mind.
Well, that's where the magic come from.
That's where the hey.
It's 4:44 at that particular
4:44
time.
on
You know
the
what I'm saying?
Hey,
Hello.
That part.
I know that went over some of y'all heads, but that's okay. Y'all catch on later. Anyway. So,
Yeah.
to get past that obstacle is
That's
something
right,
you need
babe.
to learn or something you need to let go of.
Let it go.
And that's what we specialize in. We specialize in
Let it go.
helping people let go of the negative emotions,
There you go.
Yeah.
the limiting beliefs, trauma. So many of us are walking around with trauma. and
Everybody
don't
You don't really know that you even
realize it.
Everybody walking around
You
trauma.
know what you know what you don't know, but you don't know what you don't know.
That's right.
So once we learn what we need to get past the obstacle, then the next step from the learning is the execution. Okay,
Execution.
you learn what it is that you need to do, and you do it.
Execute.
Do
Or
it.
you learn what you
Do
need
it.
to remove.
Or you learn what you need to remove, and you remove and release it.
And the reason
That
why
part.
I dawned on that is because a lot of times when we go to manifest things, like
It's
people-
all about get. But sometimes
Right.
you need to let stuff go.
that part. and-
Most of the time.
Because if you're gonna evolve, right? When we go into different levels, we start talking about manifestation. A lot of things, how you manifest what you want is because something vibrates on a particular level,
A certain
and
frequency.
you have to match up to it. Well, if you got people that's there or things that's there, this old energy, you know, it's not gonna come in. You know what I mean? So it's like it's standing in the doorway. You know what I mean? So you got to move.
Everything and everybody is vibrating at a certain frequency. It's like
Everything is
everything, yes. So
energy. Your
frequent
clothes, you wear,
if you're
everything.
not in that
All of that.
if
You're
you're
not in the
not in
same.
that vibrational frequency, it's impossible
gonna
for
match.
you to come together.
It's
'Cause
not gonna match.
Either you got to raise your vibration
Energy.
to the level of that thing or whatever it is, because chances are it's not going to lower its vibration to
No,
get to you.
no.
No,
And
it don't work
if
like
it,
that.
If it did, you wouldn't want it anyway.
You won't want it anyway. Absolutely not. You
It
want
don't
that
work.
shit
It don't
gone.
like
It
that.
don't
It don't
work
work
like
like
that.
that. No way.
No,
So,
it don't
No.
work like that. Nah.
so you got to level up.
But yeah, there's always, faith without works is dead. If you really believe something, that's gonna inspire some action at some point. If it never inspires action, do you really believe?
How you gonna grow
Well,
anyway?
Well, go
You gonna
back to the seed then, right? The farmer planting the seed, right?
We're gonna come back to the seed in a minute.
Okay.
We're gonna get back to the seed. Yeah.
That was the purpose.
We-
That was the purpose.
Work with that seed.
Work with that seed till that soil.
The seed will come. The seed
hey.
will come in later.
And we'll talk about it. We'll talk
finish
about
up.
it. But after you take that inspired action, then after that is completion. But see, it's a cycle, and if we haven't learned, sometimes the obstacle in the learning. Sometimes it's more to learn. We run into other obstacles. We can't let those stop you either. Learn whatever it is you need to learn, or let go of whatever you need to let go of, so you keep going. You keep going. You keep your eyes on the prize, and you go for that thing. And then completion. So the decision, the obstacle, the learning, the execution, and the win. That's what I want to call it. And sometimes, right there with the win, or right after, or right before the win, you have the discovery. Because you made that initial decision, even if you didn't know what you wanted, once you release all that stuff, you come into the realization of what it is that you do want. But that initial decision and learning and action was required for you to even get there, to know what you want. So we can't just sit on our laurels, right? We got work to do. If you want something, you got to do
working
something.
every day. Every day should be work. Every
You
day
want something,
you
you
should be
gotta do
working.
something.
Yeah. Every
And
day
we-
you should
they-
be working.
That's our biggest issue.
Yeah.
We want somebody to give us something. So the manifestation never comes about because we waiting on it to just fall.
Because
out the
we
sky.
get stuck at one of those points, whether it's the decision,
Oh, I agree.
the obstacle, we don't learn what we need to learn, or we never take action.
So the beautiful thing
That's where
about
we
it
get
is,
stuck.
Yeah, it's
that's
all
why
of
we
them.
here.
That's why
It's
we
all of them.
That's why you talking about your 5 steps.
It's all of them.
5 steps.
You know
She
what I'm
only
saying?
got
You know,
five
even-
steps.
Even if nothing else, when you enlighten people, you give people a pattern.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because even like now, right? Before your 5 steps, how many people, when we start talking about manifestation and things of that nature, they don't even know where to begin. So even, with the 5 steps,
Right.
Just make a decision.
yeah. And,
That's the first
and go,
step.
and go down
always.
the list.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
start to check things in your life.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You didn't
Because
even-
sometimes we come up against them obstacles, and instead of us going and learning and saying, "No, this is what I want. What do I need
And
to
fighting
learn?"
for it, right.
Finding a way, we give up.
We do.
And we take on these false beliefs like, "Oh well, I ain't gonna be able to do it," or "I'm not good enough," or "I don't measure up," or "Maybe
that
I
one for
don't.
me. That
maybe
one for
I don't
me.
belong in that
That's a
industry,"
good one. That one for me.
or "That's a lot of work.
What if we
I
took-
don't know
what
if
if
I
we
want to do all that."
What if we took that thought process and
And change it. Exactly.
That's
right?
it.
And say that we could do anything.
You can do anything.
We
Because you
have
can.
anything. Well, we know that,
And
but
you can. Yeah.
it's about teaching everything all over again. So even down to what we learned, we had to learn and relearn again what we
We had to
learned now.
unlearn a lot of
You know what I'm
stuff.
saying?
A lot of stuff.
But and the thing is, a lot of people think they know everything too. So
Well,
you have to remove
you
the
did.
shit that you
let me
didn't
show
know.
you. Let me tell
that
you
think
something.
you know.
My favorite
did.
quote.
You did.
I mean,
My,
really though,
exactly. If you think you have arrived,
Mm-hmm.
right? If you think you've learned everything that there is that you need to learn, I'm not gonna say that. Ooh.
We reject
I
that.
reject that. That was really bad.
Free from
I'm
it,
sorry.
y'all. You guys are free from it already before she even
I'm
said
not
Well,
it.
gonna say, well,
don't.
But no, I ain't gonna say that.
Don't
That-
fake it. Keep it. Whatever comes through you.
I don't want to say that. There's a lot of people that's doing what I almost said, and I don't want nobody to to do that. But we got a little echo. That's all right.
Yeah, we just keep it moving.
But no, if you let me regroup for a minute because that was
If it's a message, then it's a message.
the
Somebody needs to
message
hear
go.
it then.
I ain't telling nobody to kill themselves. But
No,
what are you
no.
here
No,
for?
Did you hear what I said? I said you did. I said it. I said it.
You
for
already
gotta
are.
just
You
get
don't
back.
need
Well,
to.
listen,
That's it. You right.
Meaning mentally dead. Because
Right,
you
Right.
stopped.
absolutely.
Because let me see. I wrote down my favorite quote. Where is it? I wrote it right here. Look at that. That's so crazy. The most expensive thing that you can own is a closed mind. It could cost you everything. Because if you think you
Everything.
know it all
everything.
and you run up against some of that stuff that you don't know,
you're dead.
that could get you in a lot of trouble. And it can keep you
No,
stuck.
that'll keep you where you are.
It can keep you
ain't gonna get
stuck.
It's gonna keep you where you are.
That-
There's no,
It
there's
can go
no
both
growth
ways.
in
That's,
there.
that's the
nothing.
same thing with
It could go both ways
doing
because
work, right?
because I believe, and let me just put this out there as my opinion, but I believe it's God's mission for all of us to come into self-realization, for us
course
to
it
go on that journey and become all that you can be.
Of course
right?
it is. Of course it is. The greater version of yourself. Of course it is.
Right,
Not
to
the version that you have now.
Become the best version of what.
Of
but
what you are,
and some
yes.
people are.
Brain
Okay with
dead.
that.
I don't want to say
Okay
brain
with
dead.
that.
Some people
Mentally
are
dead.
happy where they
That's
are.
what I'm saying.
And there's
Okay with
nothing
that.
wrong with that. And also, if you claim to be happy where you are, please don't complain to me, because I will
Please don't complain at all.
tell you where to
period.
go.
Don't even complain to her. Don't complain at all, period.
No, because here's the thing. Have you ever met that person who they got it going on? Oh, I'm this and I'm that, and that's fine, because you all that. You this, you that, you all that.
In your model of the world. Let's go ahead. Put that here.
But in the same breath, you in my ear complaining.
Of course.
I don't have a problem with venting, because we all go through stuff. We all need to vent.
Of course we do.
You got to get that stuff
Let
off
it
your
out.
chest. But there's a difference between venting
And complaining.
and complaining, saying the same thing over and over, complaining about the same stuff. I have very low tolerance for that. And it's not that I think I'm better, but if you come to me, if you are my friend or even my associate and you're having an issue, right? I'm going to give you whatever I have that I feel like
It's beneficial.
can be beneficial, right? But if before I can get that thing out my mouth, or anybody for that matter, you instantly shoot them down because they're wrong and you've tried it all. I don't want to hear nothing else you have to say because you're not even open to trying. You're not
Then you
trying
don't need my
to
help.
solve the problem. You just want to bask in it. And I'm not going to bask in your shit with you. I'm
Then they don't
sorry.
need your help
I'm
then.
not sorry.
They don't need your help.
They don't need my help.
So you're not.
We
I'm not
can't
gonna
help.
fight
You
with you
can't
about
help
you.
everybody.
About
I'm
you. Yeah,
not going
exactly.
to fight you for you.
Good one, of course.
Unless you're one of my children or something. I fight my children for them. Because, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna fight you for you.
I ain't
Or
going to
whatnot.
fight
Gonna
you
fight.
for
Not
you.
not that
Right.
much. I'm not gonna fight you. For
But
you.
I feel that everybody goes through a cycle,
And
They
we
do.
all do.
Yeah.
I've been
Right.
there.
and eventually we're gonna wake up.
Yep.
You know, in time.
And some of us are, you
Yeah.
know, one by one or bunch by bunch. We are. That's the whole point.
That's the time that we in now. Again, that's why we doing the work that we
The
doing.
awakening.
That's it.
That's why we
That's
having
it.
these conversations. That's why we doing the podcasts.
The
That's
awakening.
why,
Absolutely.
you know, dropping the
Absolutely.
knowledge that you've learned along the way.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm
Way.
saying?
I've-
If people want to take it, they'll take it.
Yeah.
If
Who is
not-
for it is they're gonna receive it. The
Well,
ones that
again,
is for.
you know, I always say that even like in the body of work that I do, because you know, people like you do this, you know. No, the people that's supposed to come to me is the people that come to me. If I mean, I don't worry about if Jane, Bob, or Sally gonna come. Well, she didn't come. No, she wasn't supposed to call me. She wasn't ready. You know what I'm saying? And that's our biggest problem is a lot of us are ready, but we don't know how to take the first step. Again, that's why we here.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? That's why you do what you
That's
do.
true. That's why we do
That's
what
why
we do.
Teresa do what she does. That's
Right.
why I do what I do.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? To better improve ourselves first,
Got
Right.
to.
right? First and foremost,
Got
and
to.
then we can go out
And
to the
help,
world.
and help others.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
And
it.
be a help, a great help to the world.
Great help.
And like
Yeah.
he said, it starts with the self first. So, you know, it's going to have to start with you working on yourself first so you can
Exactly.
actually be able to help others.
Accountability.
You can't- absolutely.
That's-
You can't sit
Accountability.
out here and say
Yeah.
that, you know, you've been there. You haven't even walked in any shoe because you can't. How you going to walk in a shoe that you haven't really fucking worked on?
Mm.
Yeah, that part.
Well,
That part.
Well, again, you know, you ain't got no experience.
Right.
We speaking. It's like
All
speaking.
praise.
That's like a tree with no roots. See what I'm saying?
Unstable.
And that's the same thing as
Ain't nothing wrong.
even us as a people, right? You know, the reason why our biggest problem is that we have no roots, right? So if I tell you slavery, and you know, people say,
that's not a
you know, I know,
foundation.
but listen,
But no, you.
what people get it messed up is they talk about stop talking about this, stop talking about that. First of all these things are necessary because they trauma and you have to remove them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
True.
And then you got to get to the root,
That's it.
right? Because you get to have some
The
roots
root
there.
cause, absolutely.
And you know what? That
And he's
reminds
right,
me.
too.
When I got home, when me and Grandma got home from that trip, and I seen that freaking garden all messed up with all them weeds, Grandma was like, "Don't worry about it, baby. I know how to handle this." Grandma got out there. She got to pulling them weeds up by the root, throwing them weeds out. I was like, "Oh, okay." My little eyes lit up, and then
You
she
was
got
learning.
once she got all the weeds out, pulled up all the weeds. Then she like tilled and aerated the soil or whatever, got it moist, and planted some new seeds, some good seed down. And shoot, before you know it, we was eating our fresh salad, okay? And that little seed. Once he realized that all seeds that are planted don't grow, don't germinate, he figured out he had some work to do. So you know what he did? When that water came down, when the farmer irrigated the soil, he soaked up all the water he could, absorb all that water, and shed that outer layer, the seed coat. He shed that, right? Got rid of that. Got them layers off. And then he stretched down deep into the soil. Roots. Made some roots.
Not no
And
roots.
and once the roots grew down into the soil and anchored him down in all that goodness, right? And all that healthy goodness is sustaining him. Then he had another job. He had to push through the soil, the very thing that was supporting him and nourishing him, he had to push through that. That thing became a barrier that he needed to break through. But guess what? He stretched, he grew, he expanded, and he broke through the soil and got to the light. And now he had everything he needed, the water, the soil, and the sunlight. And he grew and he became everything. He fulfilled everything that he was meant to be.
That's right.
Because
Yeah.
he realized that he had work to do.
And he
right?
wound up in your belly.
Hey.
He fulfilled his
He
purpose.
fulfilled his purpose. That's right.
Yeah. He wound up in your belly, man. You done ate the seeds, man. Yeah. Yeah, I hope you just replanted some more, baby girl.
Hey, but that just goes to show, we all have some weeds growing in our garden. We don't realize that our minds, our gardens that need to be cultivated and tilled. Some of our minds are overgrown with weeds and all kind of stuff.
Go with the mind.
Trauma and
Good
negative,
ones, bad ones.
negative emotions.
Yes.
But there's some
Anger,
good plants
hurt.
there
There's
too.
some good ones
There's
there.
some good seeds that have taken
Absolutely.
root because you're
There's some good
still
ones
here.
there.
You're
Yes.
still functioning
Yes.
functionally. So there's some good seeds there.
There's good
Now
seeds
watch,
there.
no, watch this.
Just got to pull them weeds up.
Pull 'em out.
No, watch this.
Remove
The
them.
mind, the garden,
The garden.
right?
Right.
They all together,
Right.
right? Your thoughts are seeds.
See.
You understand what I'm saying?
That's
Same
right.
as a plant. So whatever you planting in that garden of yours, whether it's your mind or the actual garden, be careful what you plant.
Exactly.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because it will come to fruition.
will
Here's your
manifest.
manifestation.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? Along with how you feel. We can't leave that out. So we got some more,
Work to do.
yeah, we got
Absolutely.
we all have a lot of work to do.
Absolutely. You're working every day. You should be working every day.
It's a finding of the
It's okay.
it's a finding of the God self.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? God himself. And if it's a lie, keep going in the Bible and read your book correctly, not literally. You know what I'm saying? Understand what's
Message.
said.
Message.
Message.
With the guidance of Holy Spirit.
Messages. Take them today. Let them grow.
Wink.
Soil them.
And wink, wink.
Get down
Wink,
deep
wink.
with the roots.
Okay. I'm going to do
Plant them.
a couple of poems, y'all.
Plant them. Yes. Let's
Drop
hear
'em.
'em.
So this one is called Wake Up, My Love.
Wake up, my love.
Wake up, my love. It is that time to behold the benefits from our grind. Time to declare and to demonstrate our future disposition, otherwise known as setting the intention. Success does not trip and rise, and diamonds do not rain down from the skies, but blessings can come in disguise. Yes, believe in the suddenly, but also know that within there is divinity. Wake up, my love. Wake up.
Wake up.
That part.
That part. That's right. I got another one
Wake
for
up.
y'all.
Okay.
Wake
I
up,
got
my love.
I want to drop another one on you. Love. Unconditional.
Unconditional.
Real. Not fake.
That's right.
Ebbs and flows. Gives and takes. Because it is anchored in the secret place, it plays a continual melody of unmerited favor and dances in a form of true grace. To mend the broken and extinguish the evil. Without it, hurt people continue to hurt people. Fear is the very root of all the hate, but love roots it out. Best believe it, it's fate. If you believe it, you shall sooner or later see it. It all depends on you, and if you feel it, speak it, be it. So choose your battles wisely and your thoughts as well, because the way you think can be a wicked spell of negativity and defeat, or it can bring you every joy and place desires at your feet. If everything is energy, it goes without saying. Life is a game, and we've just begun playing. So see it, think it, believe it, speak it. Let go of your resistance, and you will achieve it.
Woo, yes, Lord.
Show my girl some love, y'all.
Yes.
Y'all show my girl some love.
Yes.
Listen, what you dropping all that beautiful knowledge and wisdom on us?
Drop the mic.
Wait, because we have a higher purpose here behind
We
that.
do, we do.
Listen, here's the thing. Keisha.
Man.
I'm sorry, Miss Lakeisha.
Prima donna.
will
No. Prima donna.
Please. Will you please tell our listening audience about your book?
Oh, but
Because she's over here
course.
dropping all this, and she got a
Yes.
book in the stores, y'all.
Okay.
You got it all over, baby.
Walmart, Amazon.
Hey,
Everywhere.
Tell us about that.
Yes.
listen, speaking of manifesting, okay,
Yes.
I'm beginning to see the fruits of some of my labor.
That's
okay?
right.
I've been laboring for a long time. I didn't
That's
start
right.
this yesterday, and
Yes.
I'm so grateful.
So tell us the name of your book, Keisha.
The name of my book is This Journey So Far. Hold on.
Okay. You have a copy?
Absolutely.
Tell the
She
people the
carries
different. I want you to tell the people the different places that they can go get the book
it.
online.
Oh, of course
So
yes.
here is my book
This journey so far.
Lakeisha Lampkin.
So far. This
by
journey
Lakeisha
so far.
Lampkin.
Yes.
It's my baby.
This is it right here.
It's my baby.
Y'all go support my sister.
I put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears in this book.
That's right, baby. That's
Blood,
right,
sweat, and
baby.
tears. Hey, I shared it
Literally.
on my poetry page last night. I said from broken to breakthrough. Okay?
Okay.
If you want to know my story, let me show you. Look, I ain't playing.
Mm-hmm.
The last poem in the book is called Breaking Through.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm talking about that's what I'm doing. That's what I did, and that's what I'm continuing to do. Can't stop, won't stop. I'm never gonna freaking stop.
Continue to do
That's right.
My book is now, look, I Googled myself the other day. I had no idea.
Mm-hmm.
I published my book initially on Amazon as an ebook, right? And then once they opened it up where you could use, because there used to be a separate program on Amazon called Create Space, and you had to pay X amount to get your paperback out. But then they started a new program, and I was like, oh, let me see what this is. And that's how I ended up publishing my paperback.
That's good information,
And,
you know.
and you know, I'm so glad that
Let the people know.
the first, go ahead, go to Amazon.com. You can search by This Journey So Far, or search by my name, Lakeisha Lampkin. Same thing at Walmart. You can search by the title, This Journey So Far, or by my name. And my book is available on Amazon and Walmart.com. I had no idea.
That's
Let's
right,
give my
baby.
girl a hand.
That's right, sis.
We'll support
That's
our
right,
sister.
baby.
Thank
And
y'all.
she is fire.
That's
She is
right. Oh
fire.
yeah, it's some fire. It's some very inspirational stuff in this book. I mean, a lot of people.
Yes,
have,
that is my heart.
That is
my
she's
mission.
done some speaking. She's done some poetry out there.
To
She's done some
inspire.
passionate poetry back then. I mean, you know, we've been through a lot with this book, you know, and it's
Oh, yes.
and this is part of the manifestation right
This
here.
is
and it
part of
has-
my
and
manifestation.
has
That's why I
now
brought it
come
up.
to
I-
right, you know, it has come to pass right now.
Before I made the decision, right? That first step is the decision.
Of course.
Let me tell you how it came about. I've been writing poetry my entire life. Since I could read and write, I've been writing poetry and stories and all that good stuff. But what happened was, I was pregnant with Jordan, my last child, and I was on the hunt for a smoothie. And my sister Raven was here from out of town, and she was like, all right, I'm going to take the ride with you because, you know, I'm on my GPS looking for a smoothie place, and the nearest one said 5 miles. And, you know, those of us who have been pregnant, we know how those cravings can be, right? So I
5 miles too long.
I was going through it. I was like, we had already, I don't even know how many miles we drove that night looking for a smoothie because we went to 2 different places. They were already closed. I was mad. I was big mad. And so we ended up over by Merchant's Walk somewhere, and we found a smoothie place. But in the midst of all that, I got my smoothie and my other stuff, but I thought I lost my notebook. And I was freaking out. I was happy I got my smoothie, but anybody who knows me knows how crazy I can be about my notebook, because I journal everything. Not everything. I journal a lot of personal stuff, and and write my poetry. And so I was having a literal almost panic attack, and my sister found my notebook. Okay, long story short, she found my notebook, but when we got home, she sat me down and she said, Keisha, if you don't type that stuff up somewhere and save it so that don't happen again. And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna start typing. So the next day I started typing it up, and I didn't realize how much it was, even though I lost half of my poetry. Remember those Trapper Keepers? I had a Trapper Keeper full of, I already had a book, but I let somebody see it, and I never saw it again. And my friends encouraged me, like, well, it's in you. You don't have to worry about that. You can write some more. All she got is that, but it's in your mind. I was like, yeah, you're right. Thank you, girl.
That boy.
And so I kept writing, and I typed up my poetry. And after I typed half of it up, I was like, this is a freaking book. Like, I could do something with this. And so it took some years before I actually went for it, but I eventually went for it, made my Poet Prima Donna Facebook page, and did the book. It's like a whirlwind looking back now, like, wow.
Everything comes in stages.
Everything comes in stages and cycles. So true. Because I put the book out initially, the ebook was out in 2015 on Kindle. And then so like 2014, when I reunited with my boo, and he read it, and he was like, oh, you need to take some of this out. They don't need to know all that. And I was like, well, that's nothing, boo. But seriously, I did have to go back and edit, because I had let too much out. So some of y'all get with them early editions, y'all got some secrets y'all ain't supposed to have, and I probably shouldn't have said that.
Gotta make him go back and buy it. How about that?
I sure enough had to, it's some unedited copies out there with my secrets in there. But
it is what it is.
I went back and edited it, so the the newest editions.
That's okay.
But it's all right. It's still chock full of good stuff.
We all have experiences, and that's what we'll call them.
Yeah, it's very close to my heart. Like, it's very personal. I remember when I typed up my first manuscript, I was working at a call center, and I let one of the homies at the call center see it, and he went through the whole thing while we was at work, on the break between phone calls and stuff. And he came to me later. He was like, Keish, yo, you sure you want to publish this? You sure you want to share this? This is a lot of personal information, man. I was like, that's what people want, right? They want the story,
truth.
the vulnerability,
we want the truth,
the realness, the authenticity, and you get all of that in this book. All my stuff when I was going through my stuff. Let me look. 9.99. That's one of the poems. I'm finna read that one. I was going through it on this one. Let me read that one. What time is it? How much time we got? We got some time.
We got a couple minutes.
This one I was in and out the studio back in the day, and this was like right after I broke up with my baby daddy. Baby daddy. I don't like that word. My son's father.
That part. That's right. That part right there.
But this is on page 14, 9.99. So shout out to my boy Courtney in Chi-Town. Schizo, where you at? If you tuning in.
Where you at, Schizo?
This was actually the intro to a song that me and him started working on together, because I had just broke up with my dude and left the house, walked up the street, And see, Courtney is, he always in the studio. He's always writing, and he's a good friend of my brother. He's more like a brother, right? So he called me. I was walking up the street. I didn't know where I was about to go. I just had to get out of that house with that man, right? And Courtney called me, little bro. Said, Keish, what's up? What you doing? I'm like, nothing. I need to, find something to get into so I don't get no trouble. And he was like, man, well, why don't you come down here? I'm in the studio. He was like, yo, I got this song. And I was like, okay. So we got in the studio, played around, and that was just one of those moments where that was everything that I needed, because he had no idea what I was going through.
I'm gonna be like that.
So he wrote the first 2 lines, and then after that I started writing. It's a short poem, but here it's called 999. You ain't never had loving like me. Ain't no other chick gonna do you like me. All that tough talk really don't excite me. And you can keep talking, but it's not likely, 'cause you had your chance to have a girl like me. Didn't know what to do to keep your wifey. But it's okay, 'cause daily and nightly, my new boo is holding me so tightly. And now when you lay awake at night, remember all the times I kept you pleased. All you have now is your memories. Hold them thoughts tight, since you couldn't hold me. Ow.
Wow.
How about that?
And you hold them thoughts tight there, buddy.
Hold them thoughts tight, 'cause you won't be holding me.
That part.
Where Dave Chappelle.
That freaking part right there. That's
Fire.
right.
But yeah, as you can tell, I was all up in my feelings when I wrote this. I was like, Courtney, that's on point. I had the words was flowing after that. He gave me the first 2 lines. You ain't never had loving like me. I said, boy, you don't even know what I'm going through right now. And look what you down here writing. So that was one of, maybe we'll get together and finish it as a song maybe one day. I don't know. What you think, Courtney? What you think, Schizo? What you think, Schizo?
Call in, Schizo.
Call in, Schizo. If you listening.
470-412-0917.
470-412-0917. Hey, 470-412-0917. Call me.
Yeah.
Y'all see what I have to deal with?
He has to deal with great
Whoa,
energy.
off
That's
the-
what he has to deal
energy.
with all
Off
day.
the hook.
Energy.
Very high energy.
That's your manifestation.
This is what I'm manifesting.
And then
And
baby is
then-
out.
I'm going to post the 2 interviews that I did, because what happened after that, so I came out with the paperback, right? And, I ain't gonna jump into that, but there's another step we have to take once we put the things out there. Then we got to get into the marketing and the sales and the numbers and all that good stuff. You got to learn the business side, right? I'm learning that now, but I put it out there, y'all. The book is out there, right?
It's out there.
So you took the action.
Exactly.
And so I've sold a few, but I've probably given away more.
Absolutely.
Just because I know it's good. And I needed to get in front of more eyes so other people can see how good it is. And so them sales can increase and go up, because I know how good it is.
They're already increasing.
And they are. And they are.
That's why you see them popping up everywhere.
And what happened was, so in the midst of giving it away, I gave a copy to my future mother-in-law and sisters and a few other people. But what happened was, I didn't know that my mother-in-law had a podcast. I didn't know that her best friend had a podcast. I didn't know any of this. But that opened the door for where we are right now, because I had 2 interviews with them about my book. And that's how we're sitting here right now today, because at the end of that second interview, they gave me my own podcast. Who would have thought?
Here right now.
I didn't even know I like to talk that much. I'm an introvert. I stay in my room, sitting up in my room.
Hey.
You got a lot to say. When you got a lot to say, that's what happens. It comes out.
There's messages to it.
Yeah,
There's-
and I have a message, and I see the line through my life now. I didn't see it before. I didn't know what I wanted. You know, I had to shed a whole lot of stuff.
So the whole time you was manifesting.
And the whole time I was manifesting.
So we're always manifesting.
We're always manifesting. No matter what stage in the cycle that we're in, we're always manifesting something.
Always, baby.
Always.
Those steps you need to go through are important because you got to remember there's parts to everything.
There's parts to everything. And there's always something new for us to learn.
Yeah, like your emotions being attached to it.
Right.
Because that can kill it. You know what I'm saying? Like we know about that little voice. Right? We be all excited in front of everybody, right?
Excited, yeah.
And then we get home and I don't know how this is going to happen.
Well, what about this and what about that and what if this happens? And tell them to shut up.
So what is it? Keisha and Teresa?
That is the sum total of all of your programming.
It is.
All of your filters.
So you have to release a lot of that too as well.
Yeah.
So and that's what we do. We help you get rid of that
So I
stuff.
know this is where I keep going back around the circle.
It's also the self-sabotage.
Yes.
It's also your self-sabotaging yourself. Also with all
That's
that.
that's where the self-sabotage comes from. It's not you, it's your
You know,
programming.
yeah.
If you've never attempted to
So
even if you're not aware.
How would a
Even if
person
you're
go
not-
about?
And
even
if
if
you're
you're
not
not
aware,
aware, because
'cause
a lot of
many of
people
us
are
are
not
not
aware. You
aware.
know,
Okay, so that being the case, then how would a person go about removing these things?
they can call a coach like myself or Teresa.
exactly.
Master coach.
Master coach.
And
Our links are on the Poetic
It's on-
Levitation
you go onto the
resource
website.
page.
It absolutely is. So.
Yeah.
Or
It's-
also you too, you know, Mr. Eric, you know, Son of Light. You also can help remove.
Oh,
the
always.
body of work that you do also includes you as well.
Always.
We
always.
all
The
doing,
energy work.
we
It's
all
all
doing
energy.
the same
Right.
Yeah.
body of work.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So it all
Well,
intertwined.
you know,
It absolutely does.
we talk
So, you
about
know.
it, but I always like to.
No, I mean,
You know.
I absolutely appreciate that. Yeah.
And I know we're just talking, but seriously, if anyone is out there who wants to take advantage of the services that we provide, you can go on our poeticlevitation.com page, go to the menu bar and click on resources. And there you will see the links to be able to go ahead and schedule your free consultation or discovery call so we can see how we can work together to help you remove whatever is in your way. In the goals that you want to manifest for yourself, and creating the life that you want. That's what we do. That's what we're passionate about.
Absolutely. People. We are. Absolutely.
Helping people get past themselves so that they can tap into to the greatness that is inside of them, because it's in all of us.
It's definitely in everybody.
Get it out of your own damn way.
That's right.
Well, that's the biggest problem,
That part.
and the biggest problem is usually our mind.
It is. It's always the
It's-
mind.
yeah,
It's always
everything
in our
is
mind.
mental.
Mhm.
It's always
Mind is
mind.
extremely powerful. So, you know, a lot of people, some people are aware and some people are not aware, you know, and then you have a different advantage to it. There's good and there's bad. So, you know, it's very powerful and it's very, very important how you do it. At the same time, there's certain things called karma. So it depends on the person and how you use your mind. Because your mind is power. So how you use your mind.
Garden. You got to cultivate it.
Exactly.
That part where we
Balance
was talking
it.
about with
You
the
have to have a
seeds and stuff
balance.
earlier.
Yeah.
You have to
Cultivating
cultivate it.
You know?
Have
So,
balance.
and you just don't want anybody up in your mind. You know
No,
what I mean?
absolutely
So,
not. You
Absolutely.
know,
as the old
that-
saying
you know,
goes,
energy.
why would you let someone live in your head for rent free?
For rent free,
You
baby.
see what I'm saying?
But we're
For
doing
rent
it every, people are
freaking
doing
free.
it every day.
We know
We
that,
are.
but that's what we're here for.
Exactly.
You know
Help
what
you
I'm
get
saying?
past all that stuff.
Yeah, to change the narrative on that in your life.
Put that shit in the box.
Exactly. Take your power back.
Yeah. Put that shit in the box.
Jaden
right there.
knows about the box.
Yeah. That's good.
Anyway, we'll talk about that on
We'll
another
talk about
show.
the box another
yeah,
show.
I had him put some
All that
stuff in the
shit
box
can be put in
today.
the box right
Yeah,
there, right
put
there.
that-
And you
put
close it and then you
yeah.
put that shit in the
all
cliff.
that negativity and then thinking that you can't.
All
You put all
that
that
shit
stuff in the box and
and
then seal that up. And
seal
then
that shit
now
up,
let's talk about
and
what
let's
we
drift it down the
can do.
cliff. Yeah.
We're
let's
gonna
talk
stay
about what we can.
positive. It's right there.
Yeah, still around the corner. Thank you.
Close the door, but we'll get him. That's
So
my
back to the
baby.
box.
That's my baby. I was just talking about him.
The box. That's why you
Talking
popped
about
up.
the box. Yeah, and it's just, sometimes you need to put some things aside so you can think clearly.
Absolutely.
And the box
Focus.
is one of the tools and processes that we use to
Focus.
help you do that, help you focus and get past all the stuff
All this
that
shit.
can clutter our minds at times and get clarity.
Because every bit of it is part of the manifestation process.
Every bit of it.
It
Every
Yep.
bit of it.
Especially when you talk about the mind.
It is.
So if your thoughts not correct, how you gonna manifest something?
How are you?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
That
saying?
part.
You can.
Think about it.
It's
Because everything starts as a thought. The cell phone you
It's a
hold in your
seed.
hand was
It's a
first just a thought in someone's mind.
It
well,
was.
so that goes back to letting the mind conceive
Mm-hmm.
that these things are really happening.
Mm-hmm.
I was having a conversation with a friend of mine earlier, and she coming into her gifts.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, a lot of us are.
Yes.
So
Of
let me
course.
say that.
Mhm.
Of course.
But she's, I think she's watching right now. Matter of fact, shout out to my girl, Latoya Sykes. But she coming into a gift again. What I was saying to her earlier is a lot, allowing your mind to be able to conceive this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because
Open your mind.
yeah, because
Keep an open mind
when you're able to see things,
and stay open
Like-
to possibilities.
yeah, because the mind is really deep when it comes to being in the spiritual awareness.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because if you're seeing things like spirits or entities or things of that nature, if your mind not ready to conceive it, it'll drive you crazy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
So-
I got some people that have some experiences. You know.
Oh, you know I love that. I love that. I love that.
Yeah, we talk about
You,
it.
you want to get rid of some entities? Y'all come see me.
Yeah, come see.
You know what I'm saying?
Son of Light, he can help you out.
Deep intercore
If
access,
anybody
baby.
is dealing with anything of the sort, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's not as far fetched. Some things are not as far fetched as we might think.
Well, the veil, we can say the spiritual veil has been removed now. You know what I'm saying? We're in a whole different awareness.
Awareness.
And again, if things are happening to you, don't think you're crazy.
No,
Like, get around
not
people.
at all. Get around
You know what I'm saying?
people
That their mind can help you reach that, attain that level,
Yes.
and let you know that you're not crazy. Or you can have those conversations and you can release those things. Because a lot of us think we're going through a depression, but you're not going through a depression. You're going through an awakening. And when you start to go through an awakening, these are the things that happen. You see what I'm saying? You think you're crazy. You start hearing voices. People are talking. You might have dreams. I mean, it's a whole lot of things that go along with it. You might get visions.
Yes, right.
Some people call premonitions. I mean, it's a whole bunch of things. You might run up on people that got really bad energy, and actually you can feel it.
You can feel it.
But we won't do that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, nah, I'm gonna dismiss that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Nah,
Right.
that ain't what that is. You know what
You
that
know what
is
it
when
is,
you
right.
walk in the room.
You know exactly what it is because you felt it. It felt different. It felt funny. You knew that was
You felt
something.
it.
Yeah, you felt it.
But
you
no
really feel it.
hands though.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? There's no touching involved. So how did I get that? You know what I'm saying? And that kind of messes with people at this day and time.
Look, Ma, no hands.
No
Yeah.
hands.
it for real again.
Yeah.
But we go back to the mind and manifestation and letting things conceive, being conceived in the mind in that place, because the mind is a very powerful place, like what y'all was just discussing a while ago.
Absolutely.
And all these things going on up there at one particular time, that could really do something to you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And again, if
Eat
we
you
wasn't
up.
we wasn't taught a lot of the things that we finding out now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
No,
Like,
definitely not.
especially
And some of the
spiritual. So when
things
you hear
that
people
we-
say spiritual, because we know it's from a spiritual realm standpoint.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? It's not religious, because if you could read, I mean, you could read the book and it does tell you about succubus and things
Yeah,
about that.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My friend mentioned that earlier. She was talking about Eve with the succubus, right? That's an entity.
Mm-hmm.
If for those that don't know, I've ran into succubus and incubus. And an incubus is something that makes a woman feel like she's
But-
pregnant.
You know, the thing is, these things to some who are not privy
awareness.
to them, it sounds really woo woo
Right.
and just outright
Yeah.
outlandish. But what people don't realize is that all of us deal with all these things on a daily basis,
On a daily basis.
and don't even know it.
Absolutely.
Until you run into it. Until it happens to you. You know what I'm saying? Like
Some
me,
people don't even know what's happening.
Wasn't
to
that
them.
me?
I mean, we have brushes with things on a regular basis and don't know it.
Again,
Like, have
we're
you
not talking
ever
about this stuff.
been riding down the street, right? You were fine, and all of a sudden this mood just hit you out of nowhere, and
Out
there
of
was
no freaking
no earthly reason for it. Nothing happened. You know, energy. Everything is energy.
Everything.
Yeah.
Everything is energy. Why some people are afraid when they drive over bridges and they're not even scared of heights or bridges. But so many people, how many people have been on that bridge and have been scared? That's residual energy sometimes gets left back there on bridges and things like that. And you're like, I'm not scared of bridges. I'm not scared of heights. Why all of a sudden I'm going over this bridge and I suddenly feel crazy? Yeah, this shit is real.
We know that from walking in the room after doing the energy session.
You can feel
That
the
part.
energy. You can sense energy of certain things. Like certain rooms, you might enter a room and be like, damn, what just happened in
You
here?
feel off or something.
Because you feel it. Right?
Yeah, it can
It's
be
ju-
some old stuff
It's
too.
it's just a matter of us being aware or not.
Whether
but
we
I-
choose to be aware or not. That part.
That part.
The mind.
So on that note,
On that note.
I think we're about an hour in.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, I'm gonna do this piece called self-realization, because when you think about it, manifestation, in our efforts to manifest this and that, the end goal in the manifesting is to manifest you in all your fullness and in the truth of your being, your purest essence, your highest possible version of yourself.
highest.
That is always the end goal of manifestation, whether you're trying to manifest a thing or a certain lifestyle or a mate or a person. God's end goal for your manifestation is for him to manifest the fullness of who you are. And so I want to do this piece called Self-Realization. Step into the fullness of all that you are, of all that you ever dreamed to be. You were meant to shine like diamonds in the sky, sunshine, stars, and lightning. Although I know it's frightening, he chose you to bring a certain thing so enlightening. So go forth and be you, all that you are, all that you ever dreamed to be. Go forth and be you, all that you are, all that you've ever dreamed to be.
That's right.
Thank y'all for tuning in.
That's
That's been our episode,
right.
Poetic Levitation,
Poetic levitation.
Levitation.
poetry and conversation
And conversation.
to get you lifted
Lifted.
Uplifted.
Higher.
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 That's
Thank you
Tune
right.
guys.
in
Happy
a couple of weeks.
Saturday, you
Happy
guys.
Saturday. We're on every second and fourth Saturday at
Yes.
4 p.m.
4
Eastern
p.m.
Standard Time. Don't miss the next one because we got some good stuff in store for y'all coming up.
That's right.
Yes. Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday.
Thanks again for tuning in to Poetic Levitation.
Poetic Levitation.
Love you guys.
Energy.
Bye bye.
Let's rise.
Good vibes, y'all.
Good vibes.